everybody, and Happy New Year. My name is Tim Schneider with Aegis Learning, and this is a great time of year to do a little bit of reflecting and a little bit of planning for the new year too. This isn't about things like vision boards and New Year's resolutions, but really about the meaningful kind of planning needed if you want to make some changes and some growth in 2018. So let's talk about a couple of tactics and a couple of tips that we can engage really pretty easily to make those kind of changes. First, let's identify about 3 significant objectives that you'd like to accomplish in 2018. Now, when I coach folks, we actually segment those a little bit. You don't have to do that, but segment those. Maybe there's one related to your health, one related to your family, one related to your career. And if you want to do a couple more than 3, that would be okay too. But boy, I tell you what, if you get much farther than 3, 4, or 5, that's going to really extend your resources and your focus for the coming year. Now, after you've identified those 3 or so very key objectives, now let's identify for each one of those somewhere between 3 and 5 action steps that's going to be needed to implement and make those a reality. Now, for each one of those, for example, if you want to save more money or have more available cash flow, one of the action steps would be, check your insurance rates or, something like that. After you've identified those, now we get to turn this into operational reality. And what I mean by that is so many of these early year or late last year planning fall by the wayside because there isn't that element of operational reality that's attached. So for these action steps that you've identified, we now need to add those to your planning calendar and spread them across the entirety of 2018. Another common mistake is a lot of people will front load all of their objectives. I want to lose weight. So, on January 2nd, they have these, 6 things they're going to do. And by January 4th, they're burned out. So spreading these out and spreading them across the year to not make them, parasitical almost in the time that they take, but so that you can actually devote the time and the resource needed to pull it off, let's spread these out. I got to tell you, the tool that I've always recommended, Microsoft Outlook Calendar, is incredible for this. You can actually set up an appointment for it, you can set up a task for it, you can set up reminders for it, and other calendar tools offer the same kind of functionality. The other tactic I'm going to ask you to consider is probably every couple of weeks, maybe once a month, set aside a little bit of time, 30, 45 minutes or so, to go back and check in on where you're at with these key objectives. Give yourself a little bit of a pulse check. Give yourself a little bit of report out time to see where you're at with these. And if there's adjustments need to be made, if there's additional action steps that need to happen, if there's some restarts that need to occur, this is the time you do it. Find some quiet time, find a little bit of time away, and just say, look, for this 15 minutes, once every couple of weeks, I'm going to go back, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to reevaluate, look at these objectives, and really see where I'm at. That's going to make sure that that has life throughout the entirety of the year. And then the final little tactic that I'd give you, and I'll share with you, and we use this quite a bit in a variety of forums, is have a feedback partner. That couple times a month or once a month, check in on those objectives. Do that with somebody that you trust and you know. It doesn't have to be your spouse or significant other, but somebody that's really pretty close to you that can provide you encouragement, support, maybe a little bit of butt kicking when you need that as well. So on behalf of the entire Aegis Learning team, we hope you have a tremendous start to 2018. And the next time we're together, we're going to break a little ground with relational intelligence. Have a great week and a great start to the new year.